This is WAEC June 2023 General Mathematics Paper 2, and we are answering question number 12b. The question reads: the length of a rectangle is 4 centimeters more than the width. If the perimeter of that very rectangle is 40 centimeters, find the area of the rectangle. So let's attempt to answer this question also. So now know that the length of that very rectangle is 4 centimeters more than or longer than the width of the rectangle. So if I now let L be the length of the rectangle, then the width will now be simply from the length you now remove 4 centimeters. That will give you the width because the length is longer than the width by this 4 centimeters. We have the perimeter of the rectangle as 40 centimeters. So attempting to get that perimeter, you now have the formula perimeter 2L plus 2B. This is the formula for perimeter of a rectangle. Of course, we have the perimeter as 40. So this L is the length, while B is the width, which I can now replace this B in terms of L because B is now L minus 4. So let me just make the substitution. I have the 40 for the perimeter equals to 2L, which I copied. But instead of this B, the width, I now replace it by L minus 4. That gives me the width in terms of the length. So simplifying the right-hand side further, you now have 2L plus the 2L minus 8. I expanded this bracket. Collecting the like terms, you now have 48 equals to 4L. Dividing both sides by 4 to get L. That will give answer length of the rectangle as to 12. So the width, which is now L minus 4, L is now to 12, so the width will now be 12 minus 4, and that gives answer 8. So therefore, the area of the rectangle, which is given by the formula length multiplied by the width. So you now have the length as to 12 and the width as 8. So 12 multiplied by 8, that gives answer 96 centimeters square. This will now be the area of this very rectangle. And this answered the question. So let me just share with you quickly how this mark were distributed in this very question as it is contained in the marking scheme. So the very first mark is the method 1 mark. This method 1 mark is substituted in the formula for perimeter of the rectangle. That gives you this method 1 mark. And this accuracy 1 mark, when you now have the width of this very rectangle in terms of the length as L minus 4, so you have this accuracy 1 mark. Trying to solve this up to this level, attempting to get the L, you now have this method 1 mark. And when you now substitute your L to get to B, you have this method 1 mark. And when you now have the width of the rectangle as 8, exactly, you have this accuracy 1 mark. And substituting in the formula the L and the B to find the area, you have this method 1 mark. And when you have the area exactly 96 centimeters square, you have this accuracy 1 mark. So in total, this question 12B has 7 good marks.